How are you guys? I hope we're all doing well, and I hope we had a great day and we've had a great trading week so far. Well, this week, um, so far you can see. So as we've been, if you've been here daily, as we've been saying all, I mean, since the beginning, uh, Euro USD swing bullish, right? So we have this swing low, we had here a break of structure, a swing low, and then our swing high. Now we retraced and grabbed this liquidity, and market is now trickling upward, right? So now we're just making higher prices, and now we've come to this area of support, area of supply right here. And then if you can see this, right, what do we have here? We have first touch, second trend line touch. Now we have a potential trend line touch, so we know people are going to be waiting to go short from this area of supply. Now keep in mind that swing wise we're still bullish. So, and now daily wise, right, daily wise, these are fractal low right here, and now our fractal high is right here. So our fractal low is right here at 1.15928, and our fractal high is at 1.17291. So now if we go down to the 4-hour time frame, right, so you can see right here, so from here to here we're bullish, right? So now we're just having that retracement, and then okay, so now these are area of demand still pushing market up higher. So the thing now is we have this supply right here and this demand right here fighting each other, right, trying to see who's gonna win, right? So and on the 4-hour we have here a push up. Now we have our fractal low right here, which, so from here if we take out this fractal, retrace and start to push down, then we can, okay, then we can search for new entries upon break of this trend line, and then we just find, okay, sweep of this liquidity or this open areas of liquidity right here, and as our targets for the market. Okay, so let's see how Euro USD behaves, and if not, we just follow the order flow and start looking for higher prices to take out this area or this area if possible. Okay, so now let's move on to the dollar. For the dollar, right, so yesterday we had that push down, no, on Tuesday rather, we had that push down into this demand level which we're waiting for. Now we took out the liquidity resting here, so we pushed up. Now we took out that liquidity and pushed down. So now what do we have? We want to see a change of character, right? So we have here push down, push up, and then this broke structure, and now this is our fractal high at 98.13, and these are fractal low. So we want to see our fractal, may perhaps one more push down, and then this becomes our fractal high. So if we see that change, and then we just enter and go with it. Okay, now GBP USD earlier, where we took a loss this week here, right? So how we had this demand level, price came up, pushed into it, changed fractal structure. Upon the retracements, we found an entry to take us potentially to 1.32 area, 1.3279 area, but it didn't work out as planned. So now price just kept on buying and buying. So now we just wait. So here we have another area of supply which we're waiting for. If market came into it and it's giving us a consolidation. So if market breaks below it, retest, and then we can start to find lower prices, perhaps to take out this lows right here. Okay, that's for. And now for AUD USD. So for AUD USD, as we've been waiting for all week long, since last week, perhaps basically since last week, or even 2 weeks now. So what do we have? Here we have this open area of liquidity which was taken, which was grabbed, but market couldn't change structure, right? So once it came started making higher prices, now we've come into this area of supply, and now from this area of supply we can start looking for lower positions, lower prices on AUD USD. Now for example, if we take this, so this becomes our fractal low, this becomes our fractal high. Now we broke fractal structure, Now this is our new supply. Now we just coming to retrace, and so we from there we can start to find lower prices on euro, on AUD USD rather, to target for 1 to 2.5 or thereabout, right, to target these lows. Okay, so that would be confirmed only when dollar starts to get higher prices, when dollar starts to make higher prices, and you also, because you always have to be cautious with these pairs. We want to be trading euro USD is king in this situation, so we want to be trading it in line with euro USD. So if euro USD is ready, then I'm ready to take a short position on AUD USD. So for now, for me, euro USD isn't properly ready, right? So I want those fractals to get taken. Once those fractal low, once I see that fractal market shift, then I can enter positions on euro USD, AUD USD, and thereabout. Now if we move on to NZD USD, you can see what I'm talking about. NZD USD, right? So we came here, we grabbed this liquidity. After grab of liquidity, what do we expect? A retracement. So now we're having the retracement into where? Into this demand level. So personally, there's no reason for shorting this market yet, because also we haven't even connected with the supply, right? So we just want to wait. And if you remember, for NZD USD, right, what do we have? We have this whole, let's delete this, let's delete this. If you look at this, this is this consolidation from here to here, right? And then we had that manipulation right here, and now we're pushing down. So from here, I'm just looking for further sells to push down lower, probably grab these lows, and then we can buy from there. Okay, so you can see now also we're at a 50% level. So we just want to wait and see. Came above the 50%, we're selling from a premium, which is nice. I would have loved to see a connection with this supply level, and that would have given us the perfect trade. But let's hold on. You never get a perfect trade. You do sometimes if market has been beautiful. Okay, for gold. Gold. So if you see on gold, right, let's come to the daily, right? So you can see we came into here and now we're just consolidating. So always, you know, whenever we're in this range, then we're just in a range. We want to take our range tool, right? Put it right here. We have our 50%. If you see our 50%, support. So I mean, it's quite necessary for we to know where that is. And now we came in, made a connection with this demand. So based on that, we saw a fractal structure shift. So we came in here, made connection with the demand, pushed up, retraced, connected with the low, and then now we created another demand here upon that push up, right? So we created another demand here. This became a new area of demand, right? Pushed up, right? Once we pushed up, broke market structure, broke fractal structure rather. We pushed up, now we trace into that demand, we found the buy, and we're hoping to take it for a 1 to 3. Now we understand that this was a consolidation pattern, and this could be a false breakout which could come down, take us out, and then retrace and then give us a proper change of character. Also, if we look at the daily, you can see our candlestick pattern. We have 1 2 3, this big red candle, 1 2 3 green candles. So it's a possibility that we can just start selling off from there also. So keep that in mind and analyze your risk and your position properly. Okay, so let's see how that goes. I would be closing if we break below the current fractal low. This fractal low, I would be closing the trade because it hasn't really moved in a convincingly manner as of yet. Okay, now let's look at USD CHF. We USD CHF, right? So if you look at this, we have this range. It's just basically trading a range from this high to this low right here. Now let's look at the broader market view. We're in a downtrend swing wise. We came into an area of supply after grabbing liquidity, which caused this push down. Now we came to retrace into here. Now it was value for a sell, but the dollar wasn't moving correct, like wasn't moving accordingly. Yeah, let's put it that way. So push down causes consolidation. Now we're in this channel, so we pushed up, grabbing all this liquidity, coming to respect this supply level, right? Going to respect the supply level, tapping into it, and then that caused this push down. Now we're at the end, we're at the bottom of the range. We've grabbed liquidity below all of this, and that is causing this market to retrace. So this is an imbalance level right here. We have an imbalance level right here. So let's watch out for that and see if that can cause market to push down lower. For now, I just want to stay away from it. I'm not interested as of yet. So let's see what happens. Okay, for USD JPY. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's look at this price action. So as you can see, right, we're in a range, and then we drew our range to 0.75, 0.25. Want to be buying from the 0.25 level, want to be selling from the 0.75 level. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trade, or beautiful trade. If you got in this trade, congratulations. What do we have? We have our supply level right here. We have our supply level right here. Okay, this buy before the sell. We have our supply level right here. Then we have liquidity, we have a range liquidity, just ranging. Came here, grabbed that liquidity, 0.75 acting as resistance. Then we had our fractal low here and our fractal high. So now we pushed down, we broke fractal structure. Once we broke fractal structure, we came in to retrace, but the thing is we didn't connect because JPY can be so impulsive at times. So we didn't even connect with the supply level, and then we just started to sell. So probably to take out this liquidity, and then we see what comes from there. I think that should also be the 50% level, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. No, not yet, not quite. Okay, so that's a beautiful trade all around. Okay, so I think that's it for today. Let's look at GBP JPY, and then we call it a day. GBP JPY, similar story. So if you see GBP JPY, right, so we came into here, we're in a range, we came into here, into the 0.75 level, grab liquidity, and now we're just boom. So all we're just looking for right now is lower prices. So how do we want those lower prices? As we know, JPY can be so impulsive, so it doesn't even need to retrace to this level to give us that entry. Now we're having this doji, so if we see some higher prices, perhaps from here, maybe taking out this low, come in here like this, so we can have something similar like this. Taking out this low, they have this demand wanting to push the market, so take out this low, and then that change of character, and boom, we find that lower prices to take out this liquidity. Okay, so let's see how that works on GBP JPY, but it has a potential for a beautiful setup. Okay, so have a lovely trading day. Take care. See you tomorrow.